Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, or you might be watching it on Viviane or Chloe's channel. Thank you for joining us today, and I'd love to introduce Viviane. Hello, Viviane, welcome,
Mhm. Hi, everyone.
and welcome to Chloe Rose as well. Thank you, Chloe.
Hi.
So we're excited today because if you've seen any of our content before, a couple of times we've had this idea of having known each other for a few years and doing work together. And you'll have seen us recently on live streams, for example, doing quantum psychic readings, clearings, healings, Akashic record readings, predictions, house clearings, the list goes on. And it's even more broad than just those things. We're also interested in finding out a bit more about the connections that each of us share. Um, and we thought, what better way to come together and do an Akashic Records reading each of us, for each of us. So the three of us individually, um,
Mm.
or the group of us, and just to see what comes out. Certainly, my intuitions are that it's more than one. We didn't just happen.
It
It's
seems.
more than just this life.
Mm.
So excited to see what happens. Um, so yeah, and I think one of the big reasons for doing this is I'd love to hear people's experiences in the comments. Like, do you have friends, family, significant people in your life or otherwise that you feel that past life connection with, that you feel that there's something there that you might have known each other before, um,
Mhm.
and it's not all unicorns and rainbows, right? Sometimes those past lives are challenging too, but there's often a reason why it repeats in this life that you come together again, especially with our concepts of soul tribes and also our family members. Well, with that, let's get started and find out what happens. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and create a safe space. Now the three of us are very used to doing this, so I'll make it quite snappy. Um,
Mm.
and for those of you that are joining in, please to join us with this because I feel it'll help you also get a better understanding of the experiences that we're sharing. Okay, so let's just take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out what no longer serves. Our highest good, nice and loud. Allow your heart to gently soften and open. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light upwards and reach all the way up to the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connecting your light cord into source. Feeling that oneness, unity, unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord all the way down, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now down through the root of your spine, extend that light cord deep into the earth, all the way down to the core of Mother Earth. And there, connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. Remain connected to Gaia's heart. We send her so much love at this time. And from the center of Gaia's heart, extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet to the root of your spine and into your heart once more. And from the center of your heart now, expand out a golden protective bubble of light with source and Gaia's light below to surround every aspect of you, with the intention that only energies and entities, with our permission, our highest good, love, and compassion, can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave us immediately. Inviting in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia, asking for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with accessing the Akashic records. And through space and time, through our past, parallel, present, and future versions of us. I create a golden protective bubble around Chloe, Viviane, and myself, John, with the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, our highest good love and compassion, can see us, access us, or exist within this space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately, inviting in our spirit guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Source, and Gaia. And as we allow these beautiful souls to enter the space, we set the intention today we'd like to access the Akashic records for the three of us, John, Chloe, and Viviane. We'd like to understand what past, parallel, present, future lives we've shared together, maybe less so in the present. We'd love to know more about the connections and any messages that need to be shared, any healings that need to be observed, any events or truths, whether it's for us or for those, if we choose to share this, to watch this. And with that, I'd like us to take a moment now to invite forwards Archangel Metatron to open up the Akashic records now for the three of us, perhaps by creating three separate doors for each of us into the Akashic records. I don't know yet why this is important, but for the three doors, for Viviane to take the door on the left, I'm to go in the door in the middle, and Chloe on the right. And let's take a moment and step through these doors into each of our individual experiences of the Akashic records. Wonderful. And rather than me talk all the way through my personal experience, for example, I'm just going to pause our video for a moment and allow us to get a bit of time just to receive these readings, and then we'll share them back. Okay, we're back. We took a short break to rummage around in our Akashic records and find out more about each other and our shared experiences of past lives. You know what I'm going to say next? Who would like to go first? You can make me go first if you want.
Yeah, you can go first.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying. I just I copied and pasted it into our Zoom chat, and I can't read it because it's zoomed in. I haven't figured out how to zoom it out, so let me just copy and paste it into here. Okay, so the first thing, so I was handed a book, and it felt very mysterious. So as I'm standing in the Akashic records, I've stepped through this doorway, and it seems very empty and open. And there's this hand that just hands me this book. It's like, here's the book you're looking for. And it was a heavy, dark book, and a hardback, and it was locked. And I said, but it's locked. I can't. How do I open this? And they said, oh, you've got the key is in your heart. You just need to touch your heart, take the key out, and put it in, and unlock the book. It's like, oh, this is exciting. Why would we choose to lock such a book? And the very first messages, and I must admit, I was a very, very human thing. I was like, yeah, but I want to know where and when, what year, what country, what was my name, what did we do? But instead, I started to get, which I got some of that later, but what I got first was that we're part of a soul tribe, and that we are, our soul tribe is intertwined through space and time. I don't have any, the way I said that sounded like there's many more of us. I was only made aware of the three of us.
I had that exact same message that we're
Wow.
intertwined through space and time, and it's hard to pinpoint where and when.
Wow, that's so cool. Yes. The magic, it's happening. Um, and then that we come together in times of great need, including Earth's great need, and that the oldest is who's the old? Is that me? I'm 48. Am I the
In
old?
this lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So the oldest comes first, who got me to blame, comes first. I don't know what I was thinking when I turned up here. It's like, it's going to be fine, guys. I'll just go for a little incarnation at Earth, and then calls the others in. So someone goes in at first, checks it all out, and then calls the others in. And it's asking for help. It's not, you must come. And there's something. This is why the book was locked, and it's been locked from us. I didn't feel that I was ready to access it until recently, which in part explains why this very session's been, um, uh, you know, a little bit fluid to schedule. Um, when we come together, there is we're able to create unity of our abilities, and the word creating, and this is not the traditional meaning of this, I don't think, but the word covenant. So this is when enough energy, it feels like, comes together. When enough conscious energy comes together, it creates an amplification of our superpowers. So three greater than the sum of us as individuals. And I was like, oh, that's so lovely. What I came here for the lifetimes. Tell me about the lifetimes. So and I was hoping, like, just tell me about the time we were witches together. So maybe you guys are going to do that. But what I got, and this surprised me, was just after World War One and into World War Two. So in the early stages of World War Two, we came together in a plane building factory, and it felt like a lot of wood, something like Spitfires or similar in the UK, in southern England. And we joined the workforce there to help build planes. And I was thinking, oh, we're gonna build peaceful planes, it's gonna be love and all this stuff, but it's like not really. It was much more together. Each of us took a role, and I noted that first of all, our objective was to empower the women there. So this is all about defense, like sovereign defense of the country, but also to help the divine feminine step into their power. I was female in that lifetime. I was also female afterwards. I did not know I had a lifetime in between, a later one in New York, and previous to that, I was male in Scotland. Um, and that you, Chloe, you led the fire in the women's hearts. So this felt really inspiring and bravery. Viviane, you brought everyone together, and I had to deal with the men. It's like, oh, lovely. Is this karma now that I'm a man? Maybe, I don't know. But it felt really good. And I asked more about, well, why would we do all that? Why did it seem so coordinated and purpose? What was the purpose behind it? And it was, first of all, when we're building the planes, we were divinely protecting them and teaching the other women how to do the same. It felt both saturated, like energy that we're saturating in the construction, especially the wooden parts, and then also the because a lot of the wood came from forests that we'd had past lives in, and we knew well, but also once there was this, I saw rituals around once the plane was built, and you remember they would paint messages and write all these things. It was during that phase, it was generally seen as great for morale. The army were like, do whatever you want, as long as it runs and does its job, you can paint whatever you want on it and you can do whatever you want. And finally, we also taught protection for the pilots too. So it really helped for the people that flew them. We taught them how to help protect themselves. And again, they were like, they didn't need to fully believe in it or fully consciously get into it. They just needed to consent and say, yeah, whatever it takes, if it's going to help me get my back home to my loved ones, they would absolutely do it. So yeah, that was me.
Yes, I I was shown my connection with Chloe first.
Mhm.
Me
And
too, with you, Viviane.
Oh,
that was me too first, and it felt like this really close friendship, like sister kind of a relationship, and we knew a lot about herbs, and it had this really strong connection with the elemental kingdom and nature in general. We were interested in we had just, I mean, the two of us, we had this recipes, and we liked creating this yeah, recipes that we used in cooking, but also we created things as gifts for people. We're using these flower petals and other herbs, and sometimes stones, and for, okay, this is for protection, or this is for good luck, or things like that. And it was we were outside too, in a very beautiful, similar to what you, Chloe, the place you show in your videos, but I was seeing more flowers. It was very beautiful and colorful and peaceful. But it was this love for nature, in a way of connecting to the plants and the flowers and nature in a very healing and powerful way. And yes, and then John, I was shown we were also in an outdoor area, um, and we met, and then there's like kids around us, and it felt like we had to our purpose then was to teach those kids a lot about also healing and the connection, the nature, this exchange about respecting nature and harnessing healing, this healing connection, and it was about respecting nature and humanity. That was what I was shown. It
wow.
was about teaching mainly. Yeah. Mm.
I don't know why it's important, but was I female or male?
You were male, and I was a female. And Chloe was two of us females.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's so lovely. Definitely feel the echoes of that into this life as well.
Yeah, it was this important role of teaching that in generations, to respect nature and to understand how we are all one, we're all connected, and so on. So
Amazing.
That's
What
cool.
did you say when and where it was? Or did you ask?
no, I didn't ask. No, I was so no, sorry. Oh, I froze.
That's okay. If you ever freeze again, we'll just freeze too.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
Synchronicities. Yeah, okay. What about you, Chloe?
Well, interestingly, mine relates, well, no, both of them actually, because I saw two lifetimes, and they relate with each of what you shared. So the first one was just me and you as well, Viviane, and it was really
Mhm.
weird at first because I felt like all of a sudden like this pain around my head, and then I was like, oh, hang on a minute, we're actually bound and blindfolded, and our hands were bound behind our backs. So I started asking more questions, and we were sisters, actual blood sisters. And it was in the 18th century, and we had been kidnapped because we were witches. So, because we were so in tune with nature and making all of these potions, we actually got kidnapped and taken away from England overseas, and we were slaves, and we were stuck, and I kept asking, where's John, where's John? And they said John, they didn't tell me the reason why, but John was separated from us in that lifetime. He was on another solo timeline. But yeah, we got kidnapped, so it was a bit of a dark
Wow.
timeline, that one for us. And the message now for us here in this timeline is to, to really be ourselves fully embodied in our magic once again, and that will be the healing of that timeline.
Mhm.
So we've
Wow.
reincarnated into a timeline of freedom for women.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh. Do you know when it was?
Yeah, the 18th century. That
Do
was just the message that I got.
okay, do you know when it was in the 18th century?
No, that was just the message that I got.
I do
Mhm.
feel that whilst it's okay for me to ask a very human question,
Mhm.
time gets a bit funny, right?
Yeah.
Linear time is like it doesn't always add up, and I think that's it's helpful to, you know, take each of these kind of data points
Mm.
and experiences and just allow them to just be, because when we project on linear time, and because mentally I'm like, was I think that's when I was in South Scotland and I was like this Duke guy and I was doing these things, like, but maybe it was before then. And actually it doesn't matter, right? It's like, what's the phrase? Don't let the let the evidence speak for itself, and don't, just impose your mental views and constraints in it, because we constrain things as soon as we do that. Said
Yeah.
John, teaching himself.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, because what we're doing is not human and not linear right now.
yeah, that's right.
After we were in England, but I don't know exactly I don't know the time frame, but it was yeah, for both of us.
And then so I was like, okay, I've had enough of that because I don't really want to feel me and Viviane like being bound and
Mm.
choked
Yeah.
and whipped. So then I asked to be shown a timeline where all three of us were together. I wanted it to be that trinity.
Mhm.
And it was this really weird sensation because it was like, look up to the sun. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then I realized that we were flying and I saw us all as dragon beings. That's the only way I can describe us, because we weren't human, we weren't male or female, we're dragon beings flying. And I said, like, when is this? Where is this? I said, is this Earth? They said, yes, but it's everywhere. And that was the thing that you said, like, it's that, eternal,
Mhm.
like, crossing of the boundaries of time and space.
Wow.
We were like the guardians of energies, like beyond planets. It was just shifting through timelines.
I
Yeah.
heard it flame as when you're saying that
Mm.
eternal. I heard eternal flame. That's interesting.
Mm.
Beautiful.
And well, in this remembrance, I'd been like attacked by something, and I had this like wrist injury. So I tried to heal it there because recently, in like the last couple of months, as I've been remembering the dragon energy and really like feeling the dragon energy, I've had this like just constant pain in my wrist. And it's almost like this remembering of that time and that embodying the dragon energy to actually heal that.
Mhm.
Wow. That's so beautiful. Well, not your wrist. Sorry to hear about your wrist. Um, yeah, so, and I've had so many experiences about dragons recently. My trip to Wales recently and spending time with the dragons, but it
Mhm.
came up in today's um, video. I was doing a meditation with Gaia, and she was showing me dragons in the sky. She was saying there are dragon beings, and one way of interpreting it is air elementals, but it feels that it's not limited to just air. Perhaps multidimensional beings is more accurate.
Mhm.
And I love that concept of out with time, not trapped by, certainly not by linear time. Um, and I don't fully understand yet how we used to be attacked as dragons, but there was definitely later towards the end of the kind of reign of dragons, especially in the UK, was that there was hiding places in Wales and Scotland because we've been driven out of England, and it's because of some people had figured out, and a lot of it seems like energetic attacks
Yeah.
to attack them.
It
Um,
it was presented to me as a being that was attacking, but that had been created from
ah,
energy. Yeah.
makes sense.
Like
Yeah.
a dark being, but that was just dark energy. Mm.
Wow. And I love this feeling I was getting as you're describing it, is these we would be, you could see us as initially as wispy clouds in the sky, and with these very wise, trust us, we're wise, and our souls are, protectors. And one of the when I first experienced dragons, I'm not sure of the exact time frame. There's likely a video about it. Something like 4 years ago, when they first stepped into my life in dreams and in the clouds. That's how I saw them, and these very ancient protectors. And initially I was like, "Is that what dragons do? Do they protect?" I was a little bit nervous about the first experiences, but yeah, since then it's been nothing but love, protection, divine guidance, and reigniting that fire, even though it's green, on this hoodie in my heart. Wow, Chloe. So cool. Um, while we have our Akashic records open, are there any other questions you want us to ask each other? And by that I mean go back in and find out some more detail.
I'm just reading what you wrote, John, and seeing if there's
One thing I was curious about was when we first, so I don't think I said that, did I? I didn't say it out loud in the intention. I didn't say when we first met. I just said the intention was when we have shared lives together.
Yes.
But we could set any other intentions you want as well. For example, if there's other planets or.
maybe more specific on why we've come together in this lifetime, because it's the Earth's needs, right? But
Yeah, that's right.
maybe a bit more specific. That would be fun to know.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's.
I
I can only feel partially responsible based on what I learned. So yeah,
You can share it. That's fine.
well, why don't we take a moment to get three different answers and see what comes through.
It's in an energy language.
Sorry, Chloe, I missed that. We're back. We made it to Yasha Records and back. Do you want to go first since I caught you halfway through talking, Chloe?
Yeah, sure. And I was saying I need a translator sometimes
Oh,
when I channel things. Because it comes in for me as a mixture of like images and then messages. But then I'm like, I know what that means, but how do I express that?
yeah, I know what you mean.
Um,
That's why I sing and dance and do other things as well. There's so much easier in these different ways, right?
but I was shown this like the Earth as this flat grid like this, right? And me and John are currently located in the middle in England, and then
Mhm.
Viviane is over on one side, and they made it out that there's actually someone else from this tribe who's out there on the other side, and we are like making this great grid of energy over the Earth, and we're actually supporting the dragons because the dragons are doing the grid work on the Earth, and that was about this solar energy. We are here to help people like reawaken and have this real remembrance of their heart so that we can harmonize the earth and the sun's energy and shake things back into that high vibrational frequency. So yeah, that was
Beautiful.
the message that I got.
Wow, a fourth. Hang on, let me just give
No
you a full.
pressure.
Hello, is that the fourth one? Late to a Zoom call.
Where are you?
But yeah,
Maybe
if you are, let us know in
that
the comments.
person soon, you know?
Anyone feels connected to us, let us know.
Yeah, from another continent area, let us know.
Wow.
I saw something similar in the meaning of just like you, Chloe. I saw a lot of images, then got words, and I'm trying to put it all together. I saw a triangle, us for me a triangle. So like I was facing John, and then Chloe um, was at the bottom, and there was a connection, a light. Between our hearts, also making that connection. So we're all connected by this light from the hearts. And I heard that we were here, first of all, to heal ourselves, and then to share our knowledge, and then heal others. And then I was shown this very strong connection with Gaia and Mother Gaia in the middle of this triangle. And then again, the heart connection, this light connecting us all. and showing that this very strong connection and to help Gaia and help the earth, the with the vibration and the energy. And as we continue to do that, I was shown everything became brighter. The like the colors were more vivid. Like the sky was like bluer, and the trees like just bright green. Everything as it became as the vibration got higher, and there was more of healing. Everything became brighter and just more beautiful. So that's what I was shown. Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
amazing. And a triangle. Hey, I wonder if Guy is the fourth.
Oh,
Um,
maybe.
yeah,
At
maybe.
first, Viviane, that was what I was shown, but then
Uh,
Yeah,
they showed me like from the other perspective of the Earth as a flat grid. It's like this
yeah,
complete connection. So
mhm,
interesting that we had the same.
yeah. And she appeared later, but that was yeah, because yeah, she was shown later. But anyway, yeah, it could be.
amazing.
What about you, John?
So uh, I got another book. So first thing that happened for me is the old book got taken away. It was like, you don't need that
Yeah,
anymore. I was like, okay. And then this other book, The Mysterious Hand. This is Archangel Metatron, but I don't know why he's like showing his hand. I think it's for theatrical effects. Just like this kind of disembodied hand. There you go. There's the next book. And
mhm,
I looked at the title on the book, and it said Book of Scrolls. And it's like, what a strange
Mm.
title. What, like, why would you just have scrolls in a book? Why don't you just call it Scrolls or something? I don't, anyway, that's me just being pedantic. So I opened it up, and it was filled with quite a few different scrolls. There was one for each of our lifetimes, like right now, and then there was like some others as well. And I said, well, there's three of us. Why are there more than three scrolls? And said, oh, it's going to feel a bit like that in this life, that we're on these going through these different lifetimes within this life, because we'll go through, they were calling them missions and projects together. It's like, oh, exciting. And so I immediately grabbed grabbed one of them and started to pull the scroll apart. So I wanted to see what's going on. And Archangel Metron grabbed my hands and stopped about just a few inches open, so I could just get a little bit of a glimpse, and said, "There's only so much you're allowed to see right now." And it's like, "Oh, why?" I said, "You know why? Because if we show you everything, it'll influence right now what you're doing now, just like the recent spurt and growth of my YouTube channel. If I'd known
yeah,
prediction videos and different things which I love doing and channeling Gaia today. It was like I would have done that earlier, but I wasn't ready for it. So it's like, everything at the right time.
yeah. Divine
And
timing.
I said, so why the scrolls? Like, what's our purpose? And what I saw was that, and I got little glimpses of because you both shared your dream lives with me during training courses. I got
Mhm.
glimpses of each of your dream lives. And so I was shown, for example, you know, there's themes that we share between our dream lives. They include, transforming our old life to our new life, and then following. And what I love is it's not important. It always feels important to us individually, but it's not important what we choose. It's important that we do choose. So we've
Mhm.
chosen something to be our dream lives, and then we're following that dream. And I saw your just flashes of that was the most dominant, Chloe, for you, was the one I last heard from you about, a dream life of some sort of, in my mind, a very uh, beautiful, warm, was it at the beach, like a retreat at the beach?
Mhm.
But there are trees there
Yes.
too. And so it's very bright and very beautiful. It's like, oh yeah, that's Chloe's dream life. That's right. And then for Viviane, and I saw you working with animals and pets, and it's like, and then you're saying, John, you've come out of your corporate job, and now you're pursuing this life, and you're doing your thing, and you're trying lots of different things on the journey, your adventures mainly. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right, that's what we're doing. And he said it's not important what we do individually, although we feel individually it's important to us in terms of our mission. So much to what you guys were saying. To I first was asking, why, what's the purpose, and got this message of, well, it's to show others, like show others you can choose something, choose a dream life, and just do it, and allow people to come on follow you on the journey, see what you're doing, and you're just leading by example. And And I asked her, what does that do? Because I was still a little bit lost. I wanted to know, what does it mean for people inside? And that's when I got Chloe's answer, which was, so I've shown the solar plexus and the heart, and it's this fire in the solar plexus and the heart opening up
Yeah.
and just seeing, um, feeling what's ahead of you, feeling into this new life, and it's unconstrained, and all these beautiful colors. It's always bright colors whenever I see our futures. Like everything's so bright. Is that Scotland? It's usually pretty dark here. There's not that many hours of sunshine. So yeah, just really really wonderful.
Yay.
This was the right reason. This is how I convinced you, right? I must have convinced you to come to Earth. You're gonna love it, right? It's gonna be hell on Earth for a while, and then just think of all the pretty colors.
And we're going to live our dream lives and it's all going to
Exactly.
be okay.
That's right. And even if you don't want that dream life, you just change your mind and have another dream life. Um,
Yeah. Wonderful.
very cool. Well, I'd love to keep asking our Akashic Records loads of questions. But I feel like it's a good time for us to come to an end. Um,
Mm.
so thank you so much, Chloe and Viviane. I'm just going to close our session down because it's nice and tidy to do so. Um, so we're just going to ask for any books or records that we've been accessing for them to return to their natural space, their homes within the Akashic Records, and especially for me, any books that were locked, making sure they're locked again. And when we're ready, we'll just step back outside of those doors that we opened into Akashic Records and close them too. I always love to write a little message on a door whenever I go in and out the Akashic Records
Oh,
for my future self. I'm just going to write a little message. Okay. And then we'll step back and I'll ask Archangel Mestron, please close the Akashic Records, close the Akashic Records, close the Akashic Records. And for Chloe, Viviane, and I, we can remain in our individual protective bubbles for as long as we wish. And we're thanking our guides, our higher selves, the archangels, including Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metron, Source and Gaia, and just closing the session down as I return it to Source. We'll never return here again. And so it is.
And I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful that we are here and we met in this lifetime and we are
Me
on
too.
our journeys together. It's exciting.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, please do. I will be adding Viviane and Chloe's details to the description in the video. Some of you have been asking on my channel, who else should we watch? Who else should we connect with? It's like, well, here's two beautiful souls that you can absolutely connect with, and I would trust with my life. So please do. Well, clearly I've done that multiple times. Uh, um, so yeah, please do feel free to connect with them, and if their services, their energy resonates with you, please do book them. They're always just looking for clients that resonate with us. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Chloe and Viviane, and we will see everyone next time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Chloe.
John. Bye, everyone.